Government waste is a broad term. It covers everything from programs that are outdated or inefficient, to mismanagement of funds, to plain old fraud. The U.S. government alone spends trillions of dollars every year, but it's also been estimated that a substantial portion of that spending is lost due to waste and inefficiency. In 2025, Doge reports have confirmed that billions of taxpayer dollars are being wasted. Some estimates suggest that as much as 5 to 10% of government spending is outright waste. That's a massive chunk of money, and it's a problem that affects all of us. Let's take a look at some of the findings so far in 2025. One of the most shocking reports comes from the Department of Government Efficiency, which discovered that several government agencies are still relying on outdated software systems. These legacy systems, which date back to the early 2000s, are not only inefficient, but also cost taxpayers billions in maintenance and upgrades. Some of these systems are so old that they require manual intervention for basic tasks, which adds hours of work and increases the risk of errors. In fact, it's been reported that the government spends around $15 billion each year just to maintain these systems. That's $15 billion that could be spent on things like healthcare, education, or infrastructure. Another area of massive government waste has been in military spending. In recent audits, the Department of Defense was found to have wasted billions of dollars on inefficient contracts and overpriced equipment. In fact, a study revealed that the military has been overpaying for certain weapon systems by up to 50% due to poor contract management and inflated prices. Some of these overpriced contracts were for equipment that wasn't even fully utilized. For instance, the F-35 fighter jet program, one of the most expensive military projects in history, has been criticized for its cost overruns and delays. This program alone has cost taxpayers an estimated $1.7 trillion, and it's still not meeting all its promised capabilities. Next up, we have welfare and social programs, which have been found to have significant waste, fraud, and abuse. In 2025, an investigation revealed that over $40 billion in benefits were incorrectly paid out due to fraudulent claims or mismanagement. One of the major issues here is outdated verification systems. In many states, benefits are given out without thorough checks, leading to cases where ineligible individuals receive financial aid. Meanwhile, legitimate claims can get delayed or denied due to bureaucracy. And while the government is working to fix these systems, the process has been slow, allowing millions in taxpayer dollars to slip through the cracks. Another area where we see waste is in the sheer size of government bureaucracy. According to a report by the Government Accountability Office, there are at least 1,000 government programs that overlap with each other. These are programs that provide similar services to the same group of people, but they're often managed by different agencies with minimal coordination. Take, for example, the fact that there are over 80 different housing assistance programs across federal, state, and local levels. These programs are often duplicative, and in many cases, people aren't even aware of the resources available to them. And while these programs are meant to help people, the lack of coordination results in significant inefficiency, which wastes taxpayer money and leaves people falling through the cracks. Another surprising source of waste is the government's real estate holdings. The U.S. government owns over 270,000 buildings, many of which sit vacant or underused. A 2025 audit revealed that taxpayers are spending nearly $3 billion a year just to maintain these empty buildings. It's a huge waste of money when many of these properties could be sold, leased, or repurposed. Host, back on camera. The General Services Administration has been criticized for failing to properly assess the value of these buildings, which cost taxpayers millions in upkeep. If the government were to cut down on these unnecessary properties, they could free up funds for more pressing needs like public health, education, and infrastructure projects. So, what's being done to address all this waste? In 2025, several reform bills have been introduced in Congress to tackle government inefficiency. One of the key proposals is a Government Efficiency Act that would mandate the modernization of outdated software systems and encourage the consolidation of duplicative programs. Additionally, the Department of Government Efficiency has launched an initiative aimed at reducing waste by improving the management of federal contracts and ensuring that taxpayer money is spent more effectively. There's also a push to introduce more transparency, with more government spending data being made publicly available so citizens can track how their money is being used. So why should we care about all this waste? It's simple. This is our money. Every dollar wasted is a dollar that could have been used to improve infrastructure, fund schools, or tackle pressing issues like climate change. As citizens, we have the power to demand better accountability from our government. If you're as frustrated as I am by this waste, it's time to speak up. Stay informed, contact your representatives, and let them know that you want to see real changes. The more we push for reform, the more likely we are to see improvements. That's it for today's deep dive into government waste in 2025. I hope this video shed some light on the issue and got you thinking about how we can fix it. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with your friends. Let's keep this conversation going in the comments below. What do you think should be done to tackle government waste? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.